Hello everyone, in the last video we have seen how we can set up our own machine learning environment. In this video we are going to look at one of the most widely used tool called as Jupyter Notebook. It is an interactive Python notebook where we can write our code and text together. It is mostly used for interactive programming, also for showcasing the work we have done, or for as an explanation, or in case you want to provide some tutorials. So let's get started. First, let me start my environment. Conda activate ML. You might have some different command to start your environment based on your OS. You can refer Conda cheat sheet for that. Now, if you haven't installed Jupyter Notebook, you can install using Conda install Jupyter Notebook. But since I have installed it, I won't do it. Now, to start Jupyter Notebook, you have to do Jupyter Notebook. So it will start a local Jupyter server for me, and its session will be open on your default browser. Basically what it does is we have a local Jupyter server on which the notebooks are hosted, and whatever modules and packages you have installed in your environment, those are accessible on your Jupyter within your Jupyter notebook. Also, what we have in Jupyter basic execution functionality is called as a kernel, which provides you the basic language functionalities. Like now I have Python 3 installed, so I can create a notebook and write Python 3 code in it. Also Python 2 code. Jupyter kernel has Jupyter has various kernels like C kernel, C++ kernels, Java kernels. Nearly about I guess 40 kernels are available by Jupyter. So where you can write codes depending on the kernel you choose. Now to create a new notebook, you can just create new. Before that, I would like to tell you one thing. The folder from which you are going to activate your Jupyter server, only those directories which are within that folder are accessible to you. Like since now I have started my Jupyter server from the home folder. I have started from my home folder, so basically all the folders within my home folder are accessible to me. But if I would have started my Jupyter server within a specific folder, only those files and folders which are within that directory would be available to me. So you need to take care from where you are going to start the Jupyter server based on what are your needs. Now to create a new notebook, you can just go to new and create new notebook. It will basically create a new notebook in within my home directory. If you want to create new notebook within some specific directory, you can go to that directory and you can create a new notebook. Also here you will see the number of running notebooks which you are going to have, the terminals if you are going to have, and clusters basically which are mostly not used when you are in your local environment. So here you can create the new notebook. I will create a Python 3 notebook for this. Basically this is what layout you are going to get when you are first creating the new notebook. Here you can type or rename your notebook, like I'll say my test notebook. So basically I would give you some information about this. This is the file type where you have some various file functionalities, like this is the new notebook you can create again from here. Python 3, Python 2, you can open an existing notebook, you can save, rename, revert to checkpoint, like basically after each point or you have done some work, you can save it, and then you can press Ctrl S and the checkpoint would be saved. And suppose if after some time you feel that your work is not up to that point, or it has become, or it has got some errors, you can revert to the previous version, like you can by using revert to checkpoint. You can download your notebook in various formats, like here this PDF, Python, HTML, and Excel, or you can close and halt. This is the edit section where you can add cell, merge two cells. Basically cells are this is the cell where you're going to write your code. I will tell about it later. And these are various other functionalities, and these are view tabs, insert tabs, and cell tabs where you can run the cell. You can run cells above, like whatever cells are present here above those, if there are some cells present you can run those, or you can run the cells which are below the present cells, and you can change the cell type, code, and markdown. I will tell you what it is. And this is the kernel. You can interrupt the kernel execution if it is going on. A kernel means whatever the code is running, it is being executed on the kernel. You can restart the kernel, or you can shut down. Basically if you need something or else to know about this, you can just type Ctrl Shift and P, and you would get a hell lot of functionalities available to check. Like you can, if you type save, then you will get save notebook. Now if you want to do some edit, you can check some You can, so control shift P, you will get your command palette, and you can check if you need some the quick help. Now let's get started with the notebook. So basically what you see here, this this code block. So what you see here, this is the code cell. Here you are going to write your Python code which is going to get executed. Jupyter has another type of cell, it's called as markdown cell, where you can type the text or HTML text within that cell. So basically it becomes more like an interactive document. So this is the code cell, like if you can execute the code. You can type your code here and you can press Ctrl Enter to get the output. So this is your input and this is the output what you are going to get here. Also you can do print 2 plus 3, it is going to give same, but you would have noticed the difference what it gives here. Once output is there, once the out tag comes, once out tag does not come. Also you can have markdown cell. To add new cell above the cell, you can click outside here and you can just press A. You would have one more code cell above this. Also if you want code cell below this, you can just press outside the code block and you can just press B. You would have one more cell below. Or if you want cell below the cell number 3, you can just press it below, just press B. So you would have one cell below this cell. So basically this is about adding and adding cells above and below. To delete the cell, you can just press outside the cell block and you can press D 2 times, D and D. Here again D and D. Now to change the cell type, so basically whenever there are square blocks besides the cell, it means it is the code cell. But when you have to change the cell to markdown cell, you can just press M. So you can see the square blocks have gone and you can type your text here, like my text here. And when you press Ctrl Enter, you will see here, this is my text here. Also there are various other markdown functionalities available, like I would give some basic. If you want to type a bigger heading, you can just type hash heading 1 and you do Ctrl Enter, you would see here the big heading has applied. If you want some smaller heading, hash heading 2, more smaller heading 3. So you can see the difference here. Also if you want to make your list, like you can press either the star list. So this is you can have your unordered list. Also another functionalities, you can use all your HTML facilities like a p tag, b tag, or all other HTML tags you can have here, like b hello. See, you get this in bold. Also you can use similar functionality using slash. Then to italics, you can have hello. You see, this is in italics, or you can use double star to get in bold hello. If you want to give some links, like here you can press here my link, and you can go here google.com. Now when I press here, you would okay actually we have to give the complete link, like http // and all that. You would have okay. And if you want to give some part to the local image, like you can go here list my link, and you can give here part to your local image, like this is my image, means basically the part to your image. Currently I don't have an image, so I won't show it. So these are basic functionalities related to markdown cell. Now I would give you some functionalities related to code cell. Now this is my markdown cell. If I need to convert this markdown cell to code cell, I will just press C. You have to click outside and just press C. I guess this is no, again you press MC. Okay, or you can just go to cell here and you can just type it code. You can go to cell and then cell type, and when you press code, it will become a code cell. When you press markdown, it will become markdown cell. When you press code, it will become code cell. Cell type code. Now I don't know shortcut for code cell. Let me check it. What is the shortcut? Code. Change cell to code. Command mode Y. So basically, whenever you don't remember shortcut, this is a good trick. You just do Control Shift and P, and you can just check whatever is the change cell to code. Now see, if I press here M, it becomes markdown cell. When I press here Y, it becomes code cell. Now another thing, one of the most important thing I need to show you is the sequence in Jupyter notebook, the output what you are going to get is dependent on how you are going to execute the or the order in which you are going to execute your code cells. Basically it follows sequential order. Like, so I will give you an example. A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3. If I am going to do C is equal to A plus B, I would execute the, oh, C. Now since I one more, now this is one more thing I want to tell. See, since you haven't executed the code cell above A and B, it gives you name error that A is not defined. So first I'll execute this, then I'll execute this, yes, then I would do C is equal to A minus B, and now I will just get our value of C. So this is -1. Since when I have executed this cell in order, like first initialization, then addition, then subtraction, then I get this. But what if I do reinitialization of this? Reinitialization, I again rerun the cell. A is equal to B is equal to 3, then again, but this time I run first subtraction cell, then the addition cell. Now I print C. So you can see this output is 5. So so this is what you need to know. Most of the times even though our code is correct, but due to the order in which we execute the cell, we don't get the correct output. So you need to take care that the order which you have in your mind and the order in which you are going to execute the cell are proper. So basically if I first add then subtract, I get different answer, but if I first subtract then add, then I get another different answer. Also if I rerun the addition cell, C is equal to A plus B, and now I rerun this C cell, it does not happen. But suppose if I have some computation like C plus is equal to A plus B, if I'm going to rerun this cell, and now I'm going to rerun this cell, now I'm going to get output as 10. Now if I again rerun this cell addition, and now again print the output C, now you can see the output changes. So basically this is what you're going to get. Sometimes when you are not able to figure the problem, or any interrupt has occurred, what you can do, you can just or a cell is taking long time to run, you can just interrupt that cell. Or if you want to flush everything, you can just you do restart and clear output, it will flush everything. Or if you want to restart all the cell, you can restart your kernel, clear all outputs, and you want to run everything, you would get or you run all cells again, you can use this. Now I want to show you something else, one hidden error which I have just occurred. Now see, basically previously when I had run that cell, it was C equal to A plus B, it was initialization. Now I did C plus equal to A plus B. But now if I am going to re-execute these cells from start, now you are going to get error. Now see, I'll do restart and run all cells. As you can see, name C is not defined. So basically these are some kinds of error, like when you go due to the execution flow, previously I did not get any error as the value of C was initialized already, but this time when you are going to run it again, you can see that the error has occurred since the C has not been initialized with any value. So these are some logical errors, you can say, which might occur when you are going to do your codes or projects. You need to keep them in your mind. Now another thing, now one last thing I would like to show you about the completion, function completions, and getting access to doc strings. Now I would do some import numpy as np. I will import the numpy module. Basically it is the Python module for array or for number or array manipulation, you can say. Now if I want to know what are the basic functionalities available within this module, I just do np dot, and I don't know what are the functionalities available within this, I just press the tab key, and after pressing tab key you can see all the functionalities available with this parameter np dot. So you can see this, there are basically so many functions are available with this. Now suppose if I know a function called as a range np dot a range, but I don't know what it does. I can just press I can just do a question mark here. I can press I can type question mark at the start, and I can run this cell. So basically this is going to give you the doc string of that function. So it gives you the whatever the function does, its parameter, its return values, etc. If you are going to put double question mark, it will give you the source code even. I guess the source code is not even for this function, but if you have any other custom made functions or any other libraries imported and you want to know what is the source code, you can just press the double question mark, just type the double question mark. Also if you have some code like this and you want to comment it all out, you can just select all and you can press Ctrl//. So with this you can comment all, or you can just comment a single line. If suppose you want to comment a second line, you can just put your cursor there and you put Ctrl/. So in this you can in this way you can comment a single line. So basically these are all things what you can these are all things basic things which you would require in your day-to-day work. There are many other tricks, many other functions which I have not discussed here. You can search them on the net, or as and when required you can google them, like how to do this thing in Jupyter notebook or how to do that thing in Jupyter notebook. So these are basic things which you would require. So that's it for this video. Also I would like to show you another thing now, how to close this. Now suppose you can close it from here, like close and halt, or you can just close it from here, and you have many notebooks available here. You can close it from here too. You can go to this running tab and you can shut down this. Now you can turn off the server even from here. You can do quit, or you can go to your command line where the server is running, and you can just press Ctrl C. From here it will ask you if you want to shut down this server. You can press Y, and yes, now your server would be off, or server will turn off. Now if you will go to files and you would check like my test notebook, so see, it won't open because the server is turned off. You can close. So that's all folks for this video. I hope you have got sound knowledge of how to use Jupyter notebooks. If you have any doubts, you can ask them in comment section. Do like the video, share and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have not seen how you can install the machine learning environment, you can refer to the previous video. The link will be given in the description. Thank you. Bye.